We've got to take our village and our township back in that order. And we've got to get rid of the administration, the current administration, minus the people's trustees that are fighting for us.
You're not going to understand until they put those cuffs on you. You're not going to understand it. You don't care. But baby, they on to you.
A few moments later.
I will not allow anyone to obstruct our investigation. Okay, y'all done now? Y'all done with the grandstanding? Are y'all done with the grandstanding? All this was grandstanding. All this was plotted. Don't y'all see the political play right here? She was once the mayor of Chicago. She come here to create chaos. Think about it. But yet we sit here and we do this. Why we pay anybody any money if y'all have the actual people, meaning the FBI's here? So why would we waste money that y'all say we don't have? All right, guys. All right. Clear the room. Clear the room, guys. This meeting's adjourned. Everybody out. That's what I told y'all. It's time to go.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got to go out to Wakanda. We haven't been to Wakanda in a while, but we have to go to Wakanda today because chaos has erupted at the latest town hall meeting for the, I guess, city town of Dolton. Okay. And the reason why is because Lori Lightfoot showed up and Tiffany Henyard didn't like that too much, right? And we're going to talk about that. But first, I have to catch you guys up on some of the corruption and drama involving Ghetto Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who recently got exposed for being so incompetent, or maybe this wasn't incompetence, maybe she just did this on purpose. But you remember that trip to the White House that Tiffany Henyard took? And she was bragging about meeting with Joe Biden, right? It was like a meetup of criminals. Okay, that's what it looked like, right? Yeah, apparently she billed the wrong municipality for that trip, okay? She is the mayor of Dolton and the supervisor of Thornton, and she ended up billing Thornton for her mayor trip to Washington, D.C., even though, again, she is the mayor of Dolton and she's just a supervisor of Thornton. And again, that's kind of a big deal because it seems like this woman is so incompetent that she can't keep the bills straight between the two municipalities that she's in charge of. Take a look.
In Dolton to tell you about, Fox 32 has learned that controversial Mayor Tiffany Henyard may have billed the wrong taxpayers for a trip to Washington, D.C. earlier this year.
Dane Placco has been digging into all of this for more than 2 years now. He has the latest this afternoon.
You might call our latest story, Mayor Henyard goes to Washington, but sends the bill to the wrong taxpayers.
Hey guys, this is Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the people's mayor, and I am in the White House.
It's mid-January, and Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is getting a tour of the White House, part of the U.S. Conference of Mayors annual meeting in Washington, D.C.
It's gonna just be dope. But I'm just turning around so you can see, got a group of people, gonna go in some rooms, and yeah, oh my God.
And even a photo op with the president himself. But there's a big problem with who paid for Henyard to be here.
These appropriations are misappropriations.
We showed credit card statements for the trip to veteran municipal lawyer Bert Odelson, who represents Dolton trustees opposed to Henyard.
Every time I say I can't believe that she would do something, here comes another.
We found more than $9,000 in charges for the U.S. Conference Mayor's meeting, including conference fees, flights to Washington, D.C., hotel rooms that were all charged to a credit card belonging to Thornton Township, a completely separate unit of government where Henyard serves as supervisor.
There's no reason for anyone from a township to go to a mayor's conference. A mayor's conference is a mayor's conference for mayors.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Overt corruption in your face. This is par for the course when it comes to the Ghetto Super Mayor, which is why she's under investigation from the FBI and also from Lori Lightfoot, apparently, okay? And Lori Lightfoot, who, again, was the corrupt mayor of Chicago, is investing the corrupt mayor of Dolton, and Tiffany Henyard is not going to like that too much, okay? At this town hall meeting where they are essentially voting on overriding Tiffany Henyard's veto of the Lori Lightfoot investigation into her, Tiffany Henyard is not going to let Lori Lightfoot speak when it's time for Lori Lightfoot to make a statement, okay? She is going to get upset and basically cut off Lori Lightfoot from being able to speak, and that's when chaos erupts. And I gotta tell you guys, this probably is one of my favorite stories in this country because it is a great example of what happens again when you let the kings and queens run everything, right? You let them run everything, and again, you see what happens, okay? I'm just saying. This has nothing to do with white supremacy, okay? I just want to point that out here, right? Most of the people involved in this story are not white, so there's no blame to be had here on the white man. You only can point the finger at the people that are involved, and to me, I think that's what makes this story just so hilarious to me, because again, nobody can blame anybody else from the outside. This is just internal conflict due to the overt corruption of the individuals that are running this town, because of the individuals that voted for these people who are obviously corrupt, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this clip. This is crazy.
Dalton, that we've seen yet. Police had to stop it from getting physical.
Let's get right to political reporter Paris Schutz and the showdown between Lori Lightfoot and Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Paris.
Dawn and Scott, that showdown is continuing outside of Dolton Village Hall. Trustees voted 4-2 to override Mayor Henyard's veto and reinstate Mayor Lori Lightfoot's investigation into Henyard's spending into that 2023 trip to Las Vegas. And as you mentioned, soon after that vote, things just broke down into utter chaos. Multiple sides shouting obscenities at each other. Cops had to step in and break it up. This is right after Henyard and her allies tried to block Lightfoot from getting up and making some brief remarks. Eventually, Lightfoot got her mic turned on, and here's a little bit of what she had to say.
Thank you. What I will say is that it's an honor to be working on behalf of the residents of Dolton. We have not arrested one of them.
You was once a mayor too. You should not even be disrespectful like that. That's sad. Clear the room. Clear the room, guys. This means adjourn. Everybody out.
So 2 hours of absolute contention here. Lots of residents voicing their concerns. Earlier today, Mayor Henyard had the block in front of Village Hall cordoned off, making it very difficult for folks to get here, especially if you were senior or disabled. So Lightfoot's investigation, at least according to trustees, is back on now. It's going to focus into Henyard's spending of village resources as well as that 2023 trip to Las Vegas. And Henyard doesn't believe the investigation is legal. Now, residents lined up hours before the meeting. They got in, they packed the Village Hall, and they let their feelings about Mayor Henyard be known.
You're not going to understand until they put those cuffs on you. You're not going to understand it. You don't care. But baby, they on to you.
It is a shame that we, the public, can't ask you anything about the BMWs, the Range Rovers, all of that. It's like you're keeping all of that hidden from the taxpayers, and we pay for those.
You guys are following fiction, a made-up story. It is a smear campaign going on right now. People are using.
So as you can see right outside Dolton Village Hall here on MLK Drive in the village of Dolton, residents still fuming, still voicing their concerns to police officers. Police officers had to keep the peace as the meeting erupted into chaos. But the news out of this meeting, trustees vote 4-2 against Mayor Henyard. They reinstate Lightfoot's investigation into things that the FBI is also probing right now. A lot of things happening here in Dolton, and Dawn and Scott will continue to follow it in the days to come, but now we go back to you.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Now, again, I find this to be a hilarious story, right? This chaos erupting at this meeting that Lori Lightfoot showed up to, okay? It's like the battle of corrupt mayors, right? I mean, both of them are corrupt, in my opinion. And, it's a pretty hilarious story. But I will say this. I think I kind of agree with Tiffany Henyard in the sense that the Lori Lightfoot investigation is unnecessary, in the sense that you already got the feds looking into it. Not that I really trust the feds, but I think that if the feds are looking into it, like I do think that, you know, when it comes to authority to actually prosecute or to bring some type of charges or indictment, that is within their wheelhouse, right? Lori Lightfoot doesn't have any power to do something like that. So I definitely think it's a waste of the village's money to pay Lori Lightfoot to investigate something that the feds are already investigating, just for her to write a report in a strongly worded letter saying, hey, Tiffany Henyard is corrupt and she's been misusing taxpayer dollars. I mean, stuff that we already know. Okay, I think that it's pretty clear that that's what's happening. That's why the feds are investigating, because otherwise they wouldn't, right? They'd stay far away from a Democrat woke black woman running the city. That's the last individual that they want to investigate. But the corruption is so overt and in your face, they got to do it. And I think it's a part of the Biden Justice Department trying to appear to be impartial, right? To try to appear like they're not, politically motivated on some things, like, for example, going after President Trump. The way that they kind of balance that out is to take out some of their own, like, for example, a Tiffany Henyard or even a Hunter Biden, in an attempt to make it so that the laymen, the people that aren't really paying attention, can believe that, oh, well, the Justice Department goes out to everybody. It doesn't matter your politics, okay? When, you know, they really should be going after Hunter Biden for failing to register as a foreign agent, but acting as a foreign agent on behalf of his father to influence, peddle, and sell political favors to foreign entities from overseas. Okay, this is what the feds actually should be going after Hunter Biden for. In fact, again, if they were actually impartial, they should be going after Joe Biden as well too. But we know that they declined to do that when it came to the classified documents case, in which they said, well, Biden's too old, right? Biden's too old for us to go after him for doing the same thing that we're accusing Trump of doing. But Biden is even worse, because we know that Biden took the classified documents with the intent to try to make money off of them, which he did from his book. This is why he shared the information with his ghostwriter in order for him to make $8 million. Okay, so I mean, everything is there for an actual crime for Joe Biden to be arrested and charged, but the DOJ says, nah, we're not going to do it, right? We're going to decline to do it. And people think that this system isn't weaponized. Come on. It's 100% political, okay? Now, again, some situations like this with Ghetto Mayor Tiffany Henyard, again, this is just having to sacrifice some pawns for the good of the kingdom, right? To try to make it seem like, hey, well, we go after everybody, okay, including this obviously corrupt mayor. Again, she's just too overt with it, okay? This is a bad look for Democrats who have the most notorious mayor in the country, for all the wrong reasons, be a Democrat, okay, and be so overtly corrupt, commit crimes right in front of your face, misuse taxpayer funds right in front of your face. Again, it's just too much, okay? So she's a prime target to try to get rid of and to take down from the feds, because, again, it can be used as a way to try to sway public opinion. Okay, you got to understand, there's levels to this. There's absolutely levels to what is going on, so don't be fooled. But I do agree with Tiffany Henyard in the sense that the Lori Lightfoot investigation is a waste of taxpayer dollars, is a waste of time. But I still think that she should have let Lori Lightfoot speak, okay? But, you know, outside of that, I really don't have much else to say about this drama. At the end of the day, this, in my opinion, is entertainment. I think eventually Tiffany Henyard will be indicted and charged with something. And then, the end of this story is coming up sooner rather than later. But I am most definitely enjoying it while it lasts. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.